Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is Fez. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff. I learn stuff and then I forget stuff. One of the things I learned and forgot was executive power. So that is based on the your ruler skill. So we got rid of the Regency Council. We now have a 535. I think it was a 526, so they took a mill skill point, put in a dip. So I'm pretty sure because he has, what was it, 13 points, it takes that and divides it by 18. So 13 divided by 18 is 72.2%, which is higher than 65. So 65 executive authority is now green. So in order to do this, enact corruption reforms, all we need to do is revoke the privileged ceremonial court and get our stability up to 1. Should be able to get it up pretty easily to 0. I think taxes will will expire. Let's see. Okay, next year. Yeah, so by next year we should be able to do that. And this guy's 15. I'm not going to make him a ruler. I need to wrap this guy in bubble wrap and make sure he survives until we can enact that reform. We must treat him as precious cargo. The truce with Tlemcen is going to, I said that really weird, Tlemcen. It's going to expire in November, so I'll go ahead and attack them. Attack Tunis, all these tea countries around here. They're throwing me off. They're only allied to Tunis, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack right now. Kill these troops, if I can catch them. Yeah, they know. They're like, we give up. I'll just go ahead and medium loot it, sure. I'm going to put 1 troop here so Tlemcen can't build. I'm going to go try to snipe Tunis's troops. Before I start sieging, I'd like to fight them at least once. If they give battle. Those ships went back into port. Alright. I don't think I could defeat... Well, they have four galleys and a light ship. Don't think I would be able to defeat their 4 galleys, since they get that inland bonus. And this is an inland sea, so I'm just going to go ahead and not try to fight their galleys. I'm going to save my ships. Speaking of ships, I haven't done anything with the ideas yet, because I'm thinking of waiting until I can get either meritocracy or commercialization before doing that. Both of which require reforms, so I think meritocracy would happen earlier, assuming I'm not wrong in my thinking. So once I get that, then I will dump aristocracy, pick up influence, dump diplomacy, and then I think pick up naval. So I can fill out naval. I'll have that done, because I need that to colonize, and that'll also help me just in general. +3 naval force limit. Ships can repair in coastal sea zones, which is nice. I think this is the reason why I'm going to keep naval ideas and not dump it once I get exploration. Because I think that's really, for me at least, not worrying about my ships being destroyed is excellent, especially if you have 30 different stacks of ships roaming around the world. They just repair in coastal provinces. It's perfect. There's no downtime. Then there's also a naval leader maneuver point, which is nice to protect trade, ship trade power, naval combat bonus off owned coast. If I fight any of the maritime powers, I could just make sure to be off my own coast, and I get an extra naval combat bonus, naval attrition, naval production, naval stockpile modifier. So yeah, I think these are worth keeping for the most part, at least. I'll probably just keep them anyway. And then I think my third group will be bureaucracy, because I want to stack. This gives plus 5% admin efficiency, which is nice. That reduces coring and diplo annexation cost and overextension. So I want to try to stack that if I'm diplo annexing countries. And then advisor cost, ruler authority, negative 10%, institutional authority plus 10%, possible advisor, stability increase interval, negative 0.1 yearly corruption reduction, yearly clan power, negative 0.2. I have clans, so that's good. A little bit of maximum centralization, yearly state reach, and some bureaucratic influence. So that'll probably be my third group. And then I'll probably at that point, if I can do it, go exploration. If not, I'll just do another mill group, I think. But that's pretty far out in the future, so. Alright, where are you guys going? If they want to go here, I think that might be, unless they're just walking around to get over here, they might be going down here. They'd be trapped over here. Unless they want to go through this desert, this uncolonized territory over here. In which case, I'm just going to siege down their provinces. They can have a desert adventure. I'll just retreat that cav unit back to my units. If it looks like they're coming for it. Take the cannons. This is what, a fort level 3? Alright, because it's not a capital, so 3 of those. My siege leader. Can't get any more leaders because I have a admiral. So roll with the 1 siege pip, dude. Alright, widespread tax relief. All that stuff is done. Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully we can get to... We should be able to get to 0 with that. That's another 25%, negative 30% stability increase interval for full grain provisions. I think what I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I should wait. I was going to do this. I was going to revoke that privilege right now. But I don't think there's any point if my stability is still 0. I can wait the short amount of time. It's only November, and then I'll be able to get the other reforms going. Alright, I'll have these guys over here. These guys can actually come back. Because they only have 10,000 troops, so I'll try and cut them off. Granted, there's no cannon. And no general. Alright, they did... Okay, so they went exactly where I thought they would. They just went a different way about it. That's... interesting. And then my corruption's actually decreasing by a lot. 1.16. I still have sophisticated emissaries plus 0.25, familial appointments plus 0.5, ceremonial court plus 0.75, but that privilege that I'm going to revoke will reduce ceremonial court by another 0.25, so that'll decrease to 0.5. And that'll help reduce my corruption even more. So my corruption, apparently if this stays, should reduce Probably to low 30s. Alright, those guys are traipsing around the Sahara for some reason. I'm gonna send these guys to capture some provinces then. Automatic investment. Alright, industrial investment, extraction investments. Some more industrial investments. Nothing too huge. 65 ducats in agriculture and Meknes. Actually, I looked at this province. They're doing a lot of automatic investment into the farmlands, and it's negative money. So they're really going hard in the farmland in this province, and it's costing money. The peasants should be happy, though. Yeah, the peasants have about 1,200 ducats, so they're saving up money. Their consumption is 130 ducats, but their wage is 208. Yeah, they're growing by about 466, and there's about 700 people migrating into that province. So there's a lot of people moving in there to work the farmlands. So I'll get some population growth out of that negative. That's a negative income from that farmlands. I'm gonna need to take these provinces eventually, so... Also, I like the idea of having cash now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and loot. I'm gonna loot them. Grabbed a couple hundred extra ducats from that. I'm gonna go ahead and do a harbor in this province as well. That's 381 ducats paid for by that province. Let's get some more harbors going. Then I have that capital and pathing in Fez still. I built amenities in Marrakesh because I completely forgot about amenities for a second. There's a couple provinces that are over. Marrakesh has 49,000 people living in there, and the urban housing is at 30,000. So once that gets up to 3, which actually should happen soon because it's at 1 unit left, then they'll stop dying. And then I think there's this province that has more than... Yeah, this province has about 50,000. I'm just constructing a harborage for now, so these people should be dying in the... Yeah, they're dying about 119, but there's 342 migrating there, so... Tunis is a rank 4. Alright, yeah, they're just... Okay, they're gonna camp down there, that's fine. Tlemcen is a rank 4 as well. I'm going to deal with Tunis first before I start sieging down Tlemcen. I'm going to send these guys to siege down these provinces. Then we can start carpet sieging Tlemcen. If I loot Tunis, that should be a lot of money. Probably just loot it once for that initial cash infusion. And then after that, I'll just try to take it in all its glory. That fort's going to fall pretty soon, but it's just a distraction maneuver right now. Just needs to hold out. Alright, let's hit this. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It's a fort level 4. So 8,000 troops should be able to siege it. Weird. Alright, I think these are the noble stuff. Yeah, and these give some of these give stability, so that'll actually help me get to 1 stability. Alright, and this doesn't take stability, which is nice as well. Costs some monarch power, unfortunately. But they'll get less, the aristocrats will get less influence, less yearly corruption, a little bit less prestige decay. So I go ahead and do that, support the nobility. Let's do an unpopular relative, get rid of him. Yield concessions. Do a strategic marriage. This is something I could do. Lose a little bit of army tradition, yearly army tradition decay, 1% less discipline. Only lasts for 5 years. I'm losing army tradition at 1.45 every year anyway. So that's about what I would lose in the next 5 years. What's Tunis's discipline? Our discipline's actually 106. Okay, so we went up to strict regimen, and they're at 102, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. That gets them to 78%, which is a little bit less than what they were before. But we can go ahead and do this one once we get to stability 1, which should happen relatively soon. And our corruption will decrease even more. Should happen within the next 2 months. And then hopefully, assuming I didn't read anything wrong, we should start getting meritocracy. Unless there's some other thing like you have to be close to get meritocracy, which would suck. Because then meritocracy is only in Anatolia, unless the Ottomans wanted to knowledge share with me. Which I doubt they would do that. Alright, they took that fort and they're coming up to this fort. They're trying to grab all the forts. Also, Tlemcen. Okay, Tlemcen's building troops from that fort that they took. Oh shit, our stability is actually decreasing. That's annoying. I could perform a show of devotion with the clergy, which would do stability increase in rule negative 5%. That gave me 4% instead of the 10% it was supposed to give me. Don't know if 5% is enough to counteract that. Let's Let's go ahead and do that one. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and hold grand celebrations. 400 ducats, so it's a massive amount of ducats, but I want that stability. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We can go ahead and enact this. We're going to lose our stability. But we should hopefully get meritocracy. Alright, well now we just unlock the ability to get it, and we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to invent it now. That is also annoying. Our ruler is admin skill 5, and our provincial corruption and state corruption is decreasing, so that should help with the multiplier. Provincial spread requirement, meritocracy rate is greater than or equal to 5. Invention requirements, meritocracy rate has to be greater than or equal to 6. So we might have to get the next one to start inventing it. That's really annoying. Yeah, that's okay. Ottomans. So they're also outside of our colonial range, so we can't do it with them because of that. Damn it. So now I have to do this one, which we should actually be able to do immediately the next time we can do it. Bureaucracy average power just has to be 40. We're at 31%. If I do this one, they would gain 0.25 power for the next 5 years. At the cost of 1 stability, 5 bureaucracy corruption, stability increase interval plus 50%. And I think that pisses off everybody else, all the other factions. Alright, we're in a siege off Tunis against Sororia, however you pronounce that. We're at 28%, they're at -7. We got status quo'd. I'm going to keep a troop there in case they get attritioned. Alright, perfect. So this is actually a pretty good province. If I loot it, I should get all my money back that I gave to the nobles. Yeah, they have level 5 irrigation, level 3 harborage, level 3 pathing, level 2 garrisons, level 3 amenities. 700 ducats right there, we just looted. Don't really want their provinces. I'm going to think of a peace deal in between parts. I'm going to end this part here and then pick it up with them. Alright, we're one step closer to getting meritocracy. It's best if I probably just invent it, so we're going to have to get the next reform in meritocracy as well. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.